Guys, welcome to the video. It's me, Ciara, aka Ciara in the bonus, and we're here live on Twitch. Make sure you guys drop a follow to the Twitch. The link is pinned in the comments and in the description. Now, we got a DDG video. Now, we just talked about DDG last week with the whole him and Platboy Max thing. I saw this video on my page, and I was like, hey, let's support a fellow small content creator and see what they put together in the video. Gun to your head, name 5 DDG songs. Okay, Moonwalking in Calabasas, Da Vinci, Bank, No Label, Elon Musk. Okay, I won't use that one. I need one more. I'm geeking. Yeah, look, let's be clear. Before I get into this, let me explain to y'all how I feel about DDG. It's very complex. He's a complicated individual. I can separate my dislike for some of the things that DDG does and the way he handles things from my respect for him as a person and a content creator, right? So understand, I'm not a person that's just gonna be on the hate train and deny like his skills, talent, ability just because I disagree with some of the way he handles stuff. You know, so just understand that this is not a DDG hate video. I genuinely just want to see, like, because when they say beefing with every streamer, I'm trying to think of how many streamers it could be. I'm thinking of Bruce Drop 'em off, and I'm thinking of Max, but I'm like, who else did he beef with? Unless they're considering maybe Flight a streamer, or going back to what's his name, Illuminati? Because I know Illuminati was streaming. I know the people he beefed with on YouTube, and maybe like the beef with Yachty, but I can't think of anybody else. So I respect DDG's musical talent. I've been supporting the music since when he, like, literally Da Vinci was the first song, and I remember to this day he's the only rapper I ever saw, and maybe the first, I could be tripping, y'all let me know, but he was reacting to a music video, right? And I didn't know who he was at the time. So he reacted to Da Vinci. I don't know if that video is still up, but I was like, okay, like, he reacting to a song. I just clicked it and I saw it was him in the music video. So he was reacting to his own music video. And I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. That's pretty smart. And I remember what he was saying in the song. He said something, he said, I ran a bag up off of YouTube. I didn't have to whip in the kitchen, or I'm butchering that bar so bad. But I remember that line and I was like, ooh, that's hard. So he making money off of YouTube and content. That's fire. Like, I like that because it was like against the whole, oh, like I'm trapping and da-da-da-da and like lying in the bars about your background of being in the streets. I thought that was different. And ever since then, I followed him and I saw his content and I respect his vision and creativity as a person. But that same thing that I liked about DDG is what I feel has changed with him a little bit, at least as a YouTuber content creator, because over the years, I mean, obviously that was the era where a lot of stuff was scripted and things like that, but I kind of felt like I saw how much potential and ability he had as a creative, that over the years I felt like he cheapened the content more and more and more. We all know DDG is the type to do the start a beef with someone method. As I got older, it got a little tiring to see that, because I was like, he creative, like, why do you have to water it down to this, or like scripted videos? Like, I feel like he could do way more stuff. So, you know, it's like when you see someone's ability, it makes the expectations higher of them. And some people think that if you say, damn, like, I feel disappointed about you not living up to your potential, or I won't say that, it's not that he didn't live up to potential, but it's more so that I know he could do better than what he was doing, and he was kind of going the cheap route. And it's like, I can't say it didn't work. It clearly worked, right? He know what he's doing, but I was just like, I know you can do more than this. And it's like, he just never kind of got around to it. These days, I feel like I was happy to see him do that dating show he did. I forgot what it was called, but it was like Dub and some other people, and they had the girls and the contestants. I like that idea. And I feel like same thing with the live streaming. He didn't fully commit to it the way I know he could. So I was like, bro, like, what are you doing? And then the antics, that's pretty much my main problems with DDG. But like I said, I can separate that from him as a person. And when he's right, he's right. When he's wrong, he's wrong. I'm gonna call it how I see it. I'm not gonna glaze and I'm not gonna just be on the hate train. So just understand that, because I know DDG squad get kind of crazy. So if you can't handle a person being objective and honest about a situation, then this might not be the channel for you. But if you want to hear like my objective and honest opinion, you know, I try to be as fair as possible. So we're gonna check this out and see who are the other streamers that DDG has beef with. Let's go ahead and get into it. Make sure I leave a like, comment, and sub, and of course, feel free to let me know what you think in the comments.
Pioneers for black content.
And follow the Twitch. Follow the Twitch. The link's pinned in the comments in the description. Do that too.
Creators, and he's had his entire journey to doing this all on camera. He started off as just a regular, everyday college kid to becoming one of the most popular black creators in the entire world. But even though he's become so loved by so many people over the years, he still managed to find himself in a lot of beef throughout his
Always.
journey. And most of the time, this beef pertains to one particular thing.
Oh, really? He had a beef with Annoying?
Which is his music career. But who exactly is DDG beefing with?
Oh, I messed with this guy video. I've been seeing him. I gotta drop him a sub. I've been seeing him a few times.
Is it always over music? Well, that's probably what you're here to figure out. So if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the tribe house with the biggest
Drop him a like.
And while you're at it, don't forget to click that very first link down below in my description to join my Discord server and become an official member of the community. Now, with all of that being said, let's get into why DDG always finds himself in some sort of beef. Okay, so I'm assuming if you click this video, most of you guys already know the background of Daryl Granberry, also known as DDG. He was just a regular person that started vlogging his day-to-day life back in college, and once he started
he definitely a pioneer. Definitely. I would say DDG gotta be, I don't want to rank, but like he kind of gotta be like top 10 black YouTubers. Is that a reach? Like in terms of like influence? Like he gotta be somewhere around there.
Traction on YouTube and began to make more money than some of his teachers. That's when he dropped out of college and would move to LA to pursue the life of being a content creator.
Biggest surprise about
I don't know. I might be reaching. I know Corey Kenshin gotta be in there, and I don't even watch Corey Kenshin, but I understand his impact regardless if I watch. Who else? Who would be in the top 10 black content creators? You gotta have Illuminati. Illuminati's definitely in there. You gotta have Flight Reacts. He's somewhere in there. I guess it depends on what category, because we got sports YouTube, we got drama YouTube, we got a gaming YouTube. So I don't know. Flight gotta be in there. Flight gotta be in there. Oh, Speed. Yep, Speed. Yeah, Speed already is up there. Kai Cenat gotta be there too.
Journey, DDG would do numerous things.
That's crazy. Kai and Speed are already like at the top of the list, and it's Cash. I mean, if we talking sports black, because I don't know, I would probably do like categories. I probably do like maybe 4 categories, or no, 3 categories. Like Cash, I would say Cash is pretty relevant. Like out of sports content creators, he's still one of the most relevant. Like I see him, his reactions still getting hundreds of thousands of views. So I would say, let's say we do sports YouTube, we do lifestyle YouTube, which is like vlogging, maybe type content, and then gaming YouTube. Corey Kenshin #1 in gaming. Lifestyle / entertainment, Illuminati gotta be in there. Sports, Flight Reacts. You could put Flight in either one, but we'll say Flight Reacts. Like kind of in that entertainment category. But like, you gotta put Cash Nasty if you're talking sports. I don't know who else would be up there, but like, I mean, you could low-key put Flights on the sports side. I can't tell because Flight has kind of crossed over on both. Dub up there for entertainment. I mean, Dub, I will say like Dub really built his shit from the dust. It like DDG helped, but like I know what Bestie gonna say about Dub. Cue the Dub hate train.
I'm glad you said it. I think he is the corniest, the most annoying.
See, she wasn't even here. As soon as Dub got brought up, she teleported in the Discord.
Literally, I've been here actually.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
You're quiet.
Content with women, but one of DDG's passion with
DDG was one of the DDG was one of the first farmers of content with women. I will say, like, he's not the first one to do it, but he's one of the, like, that nigga, like, the content that Kais and Nat, FaZe niggas do with the girls, calling the girls on stream and all that. You gotta say, like, DDG showed the blueprint for that shit, or he, like, really did, like, every girl he was around, he did that arc where, oh, my new girlfriend, oh, I broke up with this girl, now I'm with this girl. Like, he definitely gave the blueprint for how to use that and farm that and show how easy it was just to have girls around and do content with them.
Truly changed his life, and this was music. And this would all start after DDG.
Oh yeah, DDG also really leaned into the diss, making songs and diss tracks on people. Like, do y'all remember that era of YouTube where everybody was making diss tracks? Even the niggas couldn't rap, they was making diss tracks. Rice Gum also a legend in that area too.
His first big song on YouTube, which was titled Balenciagas. And there's like a funny story behind the making of this entire music video that even includes DDG stealing money from a strip club in order to buy the shoes he needed for the video.
So I'm sitting down, I got the stripper on my lap or whatever, and I start reaching down and taking the money.
We was just talking about that the other day.
Putting the money in, I started putting the money in my pocket.
Wow.
I had like 150.
When
like
did Smooth Geo in Miami start? It was definitely after DDG era. I don't know what their prime, it had to be like 2018, 2019, I feel. Maybe 2017. I remember Smooth Geo pretty early on, but I felt like he blew up like a little after. Like, he was there, but he wasn't as big. I don't know though, Smooth Geo's peak. Facts, because they would do those little street interviews where they're like, oh, rate me versus my friend. Like, yo, they farmed the hell out of that, man.
Then I went
King Sid too, even though we don't like him.
I left with that, right? I went to Lenox Mall and then I had $600 to my name.
Wow.
And after the success of Balenciagas, DDG would continue moving forward with his YouTube career while doing
I remember that girl
just for fun. And this would continue all the way up until the point of August 23rd, 2017.
Yes, actually, like King Sid, Miami, what's his full name? It's Miami something. But I know he's talking about Miami the Kid. No. I might be thinking about somebody else. I might be mixing up their names. I might be thinking of Call a Kid or something like that. Miami the Kid. I don't know. I might be mixing up niggas. But I know him, Smooth Geo, King Sid. There could be somebody else, but I feel like those are the three kings of like the girl content, getting the girls to like, you know, like rate them, and then y'all know obviously they end up doing the smash or pass IRL. They start farming that shit.
Of getting into like a little beef with another artist named Lil Yachty.
I remember this.
This wasn't even like a real beef.
It was just for content.
It's the song in which he said like DDG SKT, that's our way. And it turns out that Lil Yachty was actually referring to his friends from high school. And DDG would take this as
he just took it and ran with it.
Some sort of shout out.
SKT, DDG, that's our ways.
I remember that song.
If I'm smart or not, but I think my name DDG, but you feel me?
In just a few hours
DDG, the king of taking nothing and turning it into something. I will say, like, he take this tiniest sliver of something and run with that shit.
later, Lil Yachty would end up putting out a tweet saying that he was just talking about his friends and wasn't actually referring to DDG, and he said he didn't even know who DDG was at the time. So this will open up an opportunity.
I remember this video
a little bit, and on August 23rd, he would end up dropping a diss track on Lil Yachty titled Big Boat.
It's DDG, I don't know no SKT. Book plan, you know you a fan to me.
Now this song ended up being like a major success and ended up being DDG's biggest song at the time, and this is what would lead to DDG dropping
how many years ago?
6. DDG's biggest song at
probably
the time,
7.
and this is what would lead to DDG dropping more and
nah
more
this is more than 6 years ago. This is 7, I think, at this point.
Picture
but
this.
you know, YouTube don't be having a date like the times all the way right. Sometimes it's like a little off.
He followed this Lil Yachty diss track up with another song titled
now this
Jumanji, and this song would end up being DDG's biggest
fire
hit for a very long time. And he followed Givenchy up with another
Oh my God, I remember with Kennedy
titled Arguments. And the reason for this song's success has like a lot of factors to it. For one, it is a very
the
good
Kennedy and DDG lore
song. But for two, he also was actually going through a real breakup with his current girlfriend at the time, Kennedy Simone. So all of his fans
shout out to Kennedy. Nah, Kennedy is literally one of the main people that helped carry his channel. Like, you gotta admit it. Now, she really went offline and started doing whole different stuff after that. And I think her mom died, RIP to her. So, like, she really fell back on the content stuff. But I still think she does stuff with business. But she just couldn't do the lifestyle and, like everything being content. I think that's one of the things she said at the time. Like, it was just hard for the whole relationship to be online and content and all that. But I think DDG actually loved her. But, like, they were so young that it was bound to just be like a lot of problems and disagreements at this point.
Time, and people that were just overly invested into his relationship would be key factors in making this song a big hit. In fact, this song would even eventually become gold, and this song would end up sparking a real music career for DDG because he ended up going on tour, and he even ended up signing a partnership with a major music label named Epic Records. So
yep, I remember that.
A successful YouTuber for all of these years, having all of these channels with over 1 million subscribers, and literally being one of the biggest black content creators in the entire world, DDG would end up slowly starting to drift away from YouTube, and this was really because of one reason. It wasn't
he wanted to be taken serious.
Both YouTube and music at the same time, because obviously he could have. The real reason DDG started drifting away from YouTube was because he started getting a lot of criticism in the music industry from people that were calling him a quote-unquote YouTube rapper.
So I'm sorry, but
it's like, come on, who is this guy? This, like, I've said this and my bestie can vouch for me. I've, like, as a person that, like, saw the potential in like the skill or talent in DDG as a content creator and a artist, like, it kind of made me mad that, like, he actually listened to people saying that, oh, like, because you're a YouTuber, we're not taking you serious as a rapper. When you got bigger songs than a lot of the niggas that was criticizing you, even before you had a label. So, like, the fact he really actually took that serious and said, oh, y'all, I'm not gonna be on YouTube no more. I'm gonna focus on music. I want people to take me serious with the music, so I'm gonna stay away from YouTube. Number one, that's dumb financially because you had the method figured out on YouTube to make automatic bread. Number two, if you're as innovative as I thought you were, you could easily turn your content into you doing music. Like, I'm like, how does DDG, as smart as he is, not see that, okay, bet y'all don't take me serious as a musician, we doing studio vlogs. He's done part of that. DDG would literally do freestyles on his channel. So I'm just like, you're listening to people that don't even understand the value of YouTube. And I've been saying this for years. I'm like, bro, there's people who aren't on YouTube that do stuff in other fields, other careers and industries that want to get on YouTube. You already built yourself up multiple times over on like different channels. Why would you listen to other people that can't see the value in what you do on YouTube? They want to be you, and you're trying to diminish what you did to get them to take you serious when they don't even understand how much more valuable it is to have an audience off of you and your personality that will support you no matter what you do. Like, there's no artist that was criticizing him that had a stronger fan base than him. I guarantee you. Because these artists got people that listen to their song, but they don't have people that actually like them. It's very rare. Those are the people you see with cult fan bases like the Barbs, Beyonce's, but those fan bases, you know, J. Cole fans, Kendrick fans, like, those are the fan bases that can actually like say something about that because they have a cult following that likes them, their message, what they stand for, over anything else related to their music, to where they'll support whatever they do. Artists are trying to get that. DDG already had that. So it's like these other artists can't even get what you have, and you're trying to go away from what works for you, makes you money, and what is going to give you more longevity than any of these artists. Making music does not get you money. Making music, your money getting split between your label, all of this stuff, like distribution, fees, overhead costs. why would you stop your mainstream income, which is making you buku money, instead of just using your platform to show people the behind the scenes of you making music? Show you doing unreleased songs. You know, it could be delayed. It could be after your album come out. It could be, but it's like you could get your fans more invested and then get other people to see what actually goes into the process of what you're doing. And I just thought DDG was smart enough to kind of see that, and maybe he did, but he just didn't believe in it. I don't know. I still think he's pretty smart, but that, like, as a person that grew up watching him and seeing how much of a pioneer innovator he was, I would have thought he would have picked up on that, but he didn't, and he still hasn't to this day. He still don't do that. He still rather farm this fake content and fake drama content. Like, you can do that too. Throw the music stuff in there. Why aren't you making music on stream? Why aren't you doing studio vlogs? What, like, it's right there for you. If you got the talent, that's the main thing you need. So, I mean, that to me it was just like disappointing, you know, as a person that, you know, watch and observe like what he did as a creator and the decisions he makes and stuff. He made so many other right decisions. I feel like that's the only thing I've seen DDG miss on in terms of like creativity, innovation. And it's like he wants his respect for that and he deserves it. But it's like, I feel like he didn't evolve. I feel like if he truly saw the value in what he was doing as a YouTuber, he would have been on that as soon as he decided, I'm about to be an artist. Okay, boom. Y'all might get a day in the life vlog here and there, but y'all about to get these studio vlogs. Y'all about to get me meeting up with this or that rapper, this or that producer, and seeing what I'm doing so y'all can understand what goes into my craft and respect what I do, rather than, oh, let me get off YouTube because people are calling me a YouTube rapper. And it's funny because now DDG's on some shit where it's like, oh, I'm the best rapper to ever come off of YouTube. Okay, I mean, I would really have to sit there and look at like all the artists and rappers that have come from YouTube, but he's definitely up there, right? So like, it's crazy how he wanted to get away from that label before, and now he tries to take pride in it. But then you can tell he's still trying to separate the music part from the YouTube part even to this day. So, I mean, that's just my 2 cents on that. But like I said, you know, I could be objective about this stuff. Like, DDG is smart. DDG is like more than capable of doing this stuff. And I just don't understand how him out of all people missed that opportunity to show his talent with his platform. There's no mainstream place, like, cause it's like DDG always wants to be accepted by the mainstream. When you hear him argue with people, he's always like, oh, people don't even know y'all. I got A-listers that know me. I got mainstream people that know me. Why does their validation matter to you so much? I've always wondered that about him. Why does he value the mainstream acceptance of him so much more than having a fan base that's there for him or being a pioneer at the top of his own field? Like, I never understood that, because I feel like a lot of those mainstream people don't have half of what he has money-wise off of the content, platform-wise, or support-wise. They got a lot of people that listen to their music and don't care about them as a person. But you got people that are invested in everything you do. So I digress. I digress.
Music industry from people that were calling him a quote-unquote
because like, who is this guy? Respectfully, like, no shade to him. He said, I don't hate DDG, but he's a YouTube rapper, so I don't take him seriously. Like, who is this guy?
Rapper.
So I'm sorry, but his prolific YouTube output is part of why we call him a YouTuber.
Why do people hate being called a YouTuber?
Exactly. Why do you hate being called a YouTuber? Like, that's the, I don't know if it's imposter syndrome or like what you want to call it, but it's like, what's wrong with being a YouTuber? Other people, athletes want to have YouTube channels. Music artists want to have YouTube channels. And I swear to God, I said this at the time when DDG was trying to do this transition. I was literally ranting to Bestie, like, what is he doing? Why does he keep trying to leave YouTube? He will always make these videos and delete posts or private posts. Oh, I'm taking all my vlogs down. Oh, guys, I'm leaving YouTube. Y'all not gonna see me for weeks. Da-da-da. I was like, what are you doing, bro? And you see, he always came back. Why? Because that money is undeniable.
Okay, but that's his mission in life, is to be taken more seriously as a rapper. So he's pissed off that over the past couple years, I'm still calling him.
And meanwhile, this nigga right here is on YouTube. Adam22 podcast on YouTube. So it's like, you gotta listen to the people who are criticizing you. You gotta understand, You're taking criticism from people who are trying to do what you're doing. You're taking criticism from people whose marketing teams don't even realize the true power of social media. They don't know what they're talking about. You are a expert in this field. And you want to be accepted by niggas that don't even understand your field. It's like you're watering yourself down to be accepted by other people that in 5 to 10 years are going to try to do exactly what you're doing.
YouTuber, you know, I get it.
And you know what?
Now, being labeled a YouTube rapper will really upset DDG because he felt like people were including him with people like Rice Gum, who's also a platinum artist, by the way. And in his mind, people looked at these quote-unquote YouTube rappers as a joke. And this would get to him so much and hurt his ego so much to the point where he would even make an announcement saying that he was officially retiring from YouTube and deleted all of the videos off.
I told y'all. I told y'all he took all this, he deleted or privated all his videos, y'all. Like, that's how serious he was about it. And I was like, bro, this is so dramatic.
Channels, just to appease the people who weren't taking his music seriously. But DDG
said,
just to appease.
I just heard DDG retire from YouTube. Being called a YouTube rapper was killing him spiritually. Had to let go.
The people who weren't
DDG quitting YouTube to become a full-time rapper just for people on Twitter to call him an E-list rapper. Yo, wasn't that during when him and Hadley got together?
Seriously, but
I think I remember that.
Returning to YouTube shortly after.
It was when he was making fun of her co-star on a private account.
Yep, I remember that.
Because he realized that there was people who was well respected within the music
industry that wanted to work with him.
YouTube as well.
Exactly, like I said.
So he just began looking at it as he was doing the same thing that they were doing. So after his return to YouTube,
no, they were doing the same thing he was doing. See what I'm saying?
Doing vlogs and things like that. But he began using his YouTube channels as a way to really promote his music and using it to his advantage. And as you all know, when people start having big music careers,
I still don't feel like he did it to the full extent. I wouldn't even say all that. He was not really like using YouTube to promote his music for real. He was using like TikTok, but like he really did not really use YouTube to promote it outside of, oh, I got a new song, post this video clip. Like of me saying, hey, y'all go listen to my new song. Hey, y'all go do a challenge. That is not, to me, that is not using your platform to the full extent. Using it to the full extent is showing people behind the scenes. Producing a song, making a song. Here's me writing the song. Here's me going back and forth and having a convo with my producer about what I'm trying to do. Here's a mini documentary of the process of making my album that I just released. That is it.
Releasing popular songs, the music is going to end up getting reacted to, especially when it's someone like DDG who is big on YouTube and also growing in the music industry. But here's the thing about reactions and music in general. People have opinions. And we all know that music is solely based on opinion. Like, you can hear the worst song ever and hate it, and somebody else can hear it and absolutely love it.
Yep.
Like, I don't think there's anything else that's based more on opinion than music. And some of these creators loved his music, while there were other creators who didn't like his music so much at all. And one of the first creators that comes to my mind that wasn't really a fan of some of DDG's music is a streamer named Annoying TV. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning Annoying TV is because he would end up getting in an entire beef with DDG simply.
Hey, I don't even know this dude like that, but I know he got a big bag from Kick.
Because he didn't like DDG's music. He was reacting to DDG for years, and he was actually a fan of some of DDG's earlier music, but as time progressed, he didn't think DDG was growing as an artist, and while reacting to some of DDG's newer music, he would begin giving like constructive criticism or saying that he didn't like the music much at all. And over time, DDG would take note of Annoying TV and all of the negative things that he was saying about his music, and they would eventually run into each other at like an after party in Miami. And this
what he do? Don't tell me he jumped him.
DDG and his entourage like trying to press Annoying TV, and this is all because Annoying TV just reacted to his music and didn't like it.
See what I'm saying? Like, this is the corny stuff I be talking about with DDG. You can have a conversation. You don't have to press nobody. Like, you're not him. You're not that guy, bro. Stop it. Oh, that was Silky. Silky, you're doing too much.
They would end up having a big confrontation, which ended up being later resolved because of a mutual friend. And the two of them would end up coming to a mutual agreement of Annoying TV just not reacting to his music on stream anymore.
That's what I said Max should have did after DDG tried to press him. I was like, Max just don't need to react to his stuff no more.
It's just like, what kind of model is that, though? To where anybody who could possibly have anything to say about your music that's not inherently, like, positive, you don't want them to react at all. Like,
Or
what is that
no,
supposed
no,
to mean?
that's just Annoying.
Yeah.
Most likely decide to do that.
Oh, wow.
All right, because it's like, okay, well, to prevent you having further problems, how about just not react yourself no more?
It's still crazy to me, though.
That nigga said do that. I agree.
But after this situation that he had with Annoying TV, this whole like getting mad at YouTubers for reacting thing began to become like a reoccurring thing for DDG.
Because in his mind, he influenced everybody, so therefore you should never be able to say anything negative about him.
This ended up leading to a later situation with another big streamer at the time and Bruce dropped him off.
Gun to the back of your head, name 5 DDG songs.
Now, this situation was a little different, I admit, because in this situation, Bruce was doing a stream with another rapper named Lucky, and someone in the chat would tell Lucky to do a song with DDG, and Bruce would end up telling Lucky, like, no, like, don't do a song with DDG at all, and DDG would end up catching wind of this clip.
Lucky hop on.
I still don't know how I feel about this. I mean, I could see how someone could say this is wrong on Bruce, but then again, it's his opinion. Like, you could call it hating, but it's like, okay, look, let's think of an artist I don't like. If I got one of my favorite artists on stream, it feels like, oh, do a song with Ice Spice. I'm be like, nah, don't do no song with Ice Spice. That's not hate. I just don't like her. I don't like her music. So it's like, it's just the DDG equivalent of that.
DDG track. No. I'm gonna save you from that one, my friend.
What it is, man? What it is, man?
I can see how DDG feels a certain type of way about it, though.
What you mean I'm gonna save you from that?
Hey, Bruce, nigga, if you want to get in the ring, nigga, you gotta smoke with me. We get in the ring.
Like this be getting me hot. That's why I had smoke with the nigga Annoying for a minute, because I'm like, y'all forget, bro, I'm a real nigga in real life.
And this beef never really ended up being resolved between Bruce and DDG at all. In fact, DDG would even add on to this beef by dissing Bruce, drop him off in a song. But because of all of the recent drama Bruce would be in, his numbers ended up declining a little bit, and DDG would take this as some form of a moral victory, claiming that he ended another career. But now it seems like history is a moral victory, claiming that he...
Should I start streaming again? I promise I won't beef with nobody or ruin nobody's career again. He's so petty. Libra man.
Now it seems like history is repeating itself yet again, but this time is literally the most pointless one of them all. So I just did a video on a very popular streamer right now by the name of Platboy Max. And as you all know, Max's entire thing is music. He loves music, he makes music, he reacts to music. A lot of the things that Platboy Max does revolves around music. And recently, Platboy Max did a stream with one of his friends and they were in the car and DDG's name would happen to come up.
Play that new DDG.
Lacey was so serious.
Yo, this is a crazy nigga.
If you've been getting
that's what he got mad about.
It's like, that's nothing, though.
And he was hot. He was ready to fight Lacey and everything.
In that clip, Max didn't say anything bad about DDG at all. He didn't say anything negative. But this clip would end up making its way over to DDG, and he would take this.
He said this nigga extra friendly in person though.
Anything negative, but this.
He didn't even say nothing, like we said. But you know how DDG move.
This clip would end up making its way over to DDG, and he would take this as total disrespect, and this would lead to him and Max getting into a little bit of a drama.
If anything, he had more of a reason to be upset with Bruce than he did with Max.
Play with no streamers, bro. Them niggas be on that internet shit, but in person, the nigga all friendly and shit. You want to get online and laugh.
Coming from one of the most internet ass niggas ever. Just saying. Can't even raise your son without putting him on the internet, respectfully.
Laughing like this shit funny, trying to be a little internet nigga, bro. Niggas ain't playing that, nigga. And we in the same city. Niggas ain't.
You gonna say we in the same city? You gonna say you gonna slap Lacey? It's talking about let's run the ones over a TikTok clip, mother. Yo, that's the softest shit in the world.
Now, the two of those were able to end that phone call on a positive note, and there's no.
Well, that's actually, for context, this Max clip is after the phone call because he didn't see everything that DDG said at the time that they talked about it. So at the time, he just saw that DDG was upset and saw the tweets. But then after the phone call with DDG, well, DDG was still petty during the phone call, actually. If y'all want to see that, we reacted to it the other week. Check out the video. But it's like he was ready to fight and all that. He didn't hear the part where he said he'll slap Lacey or, oh, we're in the same city. Like, he didn't hear all that.
Now, the two of those were able to end that phone call on a positive note, and there's no ongoing beef or anything like that between Max and DDG. But that entire situation was just completely unnecessary because he didn't even say anything bad about his music at all. In fact, Max is one of the people who I see showing the most support to DDG's music. But DDG can literally just not handle any form of criticism at all, even when it isn't even criticism. Now, I'm a long-time fan of DDG myself. I found him pretty motivational for black creators and things like that, because he did pave a way. He was a pioneer of content creation within like the black community. Hell, I even DM'd DDG one time on Twitter and asked to join his record label. I was 17 trying to freestyle for him, hoping he'd sign me and get me out the trenches, bro. I was trying to find a way. But I just feel like this video had to be made because it's very apparent that DDG just has like a fragile ego when it comes to his music career. Because he's been held at like a lower standard than other rappers for a very long time, simply because he did YouTube prior to rapping. I don't think it gets to him as much anymore.
I think he meant that he's held to a higher standard. But saying he's held to a lower standard would mean that like people have like low standards for him. He's judged more than other rappers because he's a YouTuber. He has higher expectations to earn people's respect than people who are just rappers out the gate. He's better than a lot of rappers. I mean, he makes better music than a lot of rappers that are just rappers. But because he's a YouTuber, he might not get the same respect as if someone else did it just because he's a YouTuber. So I would say that.
He has like this weird thing where he thinks if you guys met in real life or if you guys are friends, then you can't say anything negative about his music publicly, which is like kind of crazy. That kind of lets you know that like the friends that he does have around him are like kind of yes men and just say all his music is hard when some of it clearly isn't. He has some good music.
Because he ego people if they disagree with him. If you watch him long enough, you see how he acts.
Course, but not everything he puts out is a hit, and it's just very apparent to at least me that DDG cannot handle criticism at all when it comes to his music career. But that's just my opinion. You guys know that the only opinion that I really care about is y'all's, so let me know down below in the comments, what do you think about this entire situation? Do you like DDG's music? Do you listen to DDG's music? And do you think that any of these beefs that DDG has had with these content,
his stuff is real hit or miss for me? It's 50-50. I wish he would have more of his own sound, but I've heard his logic for why he wants to have some of everybody's sound. He wants to be the one-stop shop in his own words. So he's like, if you sound like everybody, you'll be able to appeal to everyone. Kind of like the Drake method type vibe. Personally, even when Drake does it, no matter how good he is at it, I don't like it then, and I don't necessarily like with DDG. But it's like, if the song is good, it's good. Like, I mean, that's not gonna change. Bestie, any final thoughts?
Creators have been a valid reason to start an actual beef with them. Let me know down below.
I just wish he felt more confident in himself and what he had to offer, to where he didn't have to resort to these kind of tendencies still at his age for relevancy. That's what I feel.
Yep.
That's my final thoughts.
Yep. Forgot this mention Illuminati. Yeah, I was wondering if he did that. I did originally, but that beef didn't really stem from music. Did they have a dream with? I mean, but I was thinking like that would still be a good one, even though like I get the point though. I feel like if he did like a big video, like with every streamer, maybe, but I see the angle he went with this video. He was talking more about like building up the story about him, his career, his music, and how a lot of his beefs stem from people's opinions on music. But if he did a more general one, then yes, Illuminati definitely would have been in there. But I see what he did. W Video Gang, shout out to A Bendo. If you guys are watching, let me know what you think in the comments. I don't know, like, y'all let me know. Make sure y'all drop a follow to the Twitch, come through to the live stream. Leave a like, comment, and sub, and give me a recommendation. Until next time, we are out.